Math 102, example 1.3.5. Let's look at finding slope. We use a lowercase m to represent it, and there's a number of different ways to memorize the formula. I usually go ahead and use the more formal one, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, but again, there is more than one way to remember that. So if we've got 2 points, let's go ahead and label them x1, y1, and x2, y2. Now, it really doesn't matter which one you pick first and which one you pick second, so long as you are consistent and pick the same thing first for x that you pick for y. So in our formula, we get y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Subtracting a negative is the same as adding a positive, so I get a 10 on the top and a negative 14 on the bottom. And if we can reduce the fraction, we'd like to do so. So here I can reduce that and get negative 5 over 7. Generally, if we have a fraction for slope, we would like to keep it as a fraction. Let's try another one. So here is my x1, y1, and here's my x2, y2. So plugging in my equation this time, I get 4 minus 4 over 2 minus 5. Now, 0 divided by anything except 0 is 0. Now this is actually a special case. If I come over here and graph those points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, there's a point there, and there's a point there. So this is a horizontal line. And what we want to remember is that horizontal lines have a slope of 0. So if I tell you it's a horizontal line, that means the slope is 0. If I tell you the slope is 0, that means we have a horizontal line. And let me scroll down here just a little bit to get our last example. So once again, here's x1, y1, and x2, y2. So plugging in our slope formula, I get 7 minus 3 over 2 minus 2. Now, on my calculator, if I try to type that in, if I type in 4 divided by 0, I get an error message. If there is one thing in this class that we remember, and one thing only, it is that we are not allowed to divide by 0. Bad things happen when we do that. Since that's what we're trying to do, though, we are going to describe this as undefined. And this is actually our other special case. If we come over here and plot the points, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I connect the dots. This is a vertical line. And similarly, we can say that vertical lines have undefined slope. So again, if I tell you it's a vertical line, that means the slope is undefined. If I tell you it has an undefined slope, that means it must be a vertical line. So we do want to know how to find slope. And again, we do also want to be able to look at these two special cases.